All right, part two. Ran out of data on my phone. Ran out of space. I thought that I took care of that problem before I started recording. But here we are again. No excuses, part two. All right. So, one thing that you got to realize when it comes to the opinions of others is that it comes from a bitter place from a lot of people. I mean, really ask yourself this. Who's on Facebook saying the most bitter things ever? You know, the most bitter shit you never heard. It's people who are unhappy, who are sad with their lives. That putting down people make them feel happy, or you can get other bitter people to rally around, have a nice little vinegar party with some lemon because they so goddamn bitter. All right, and they get a high out of getting around a bunch of other bitter people who aren't living out their dreams, gossiping, you know. And this is like when you worry about somebody's opinion, like take great inventory of this person. Like really analyze the person who's critiquing you. Like just follow them. You know what I'm saying? Just direct all your attention to this person. See how this person lives their life. What you will find, is that this person is absolutely miserable. All right, miserable. Not living out his or her dreams. Don't have too much going for them. I'm not talking about money, because you have people make 6 figures a year, don't know how to keep it because they so miserable. They just throwing it at anything that can give them a bit of relief. Just pay attention to the people who are criticizing you. You will find that most of the time it isn't the happy people who are criticizing you. Okay, only miserable people. So once you understand that, you say, well, okay, although this person may have a point or something like that, whatever. What can I learn from this? What can I learn from the way this person lives his or her life? So you may find, like, you may be insecure about certain things, and the things that you are insecure about, you just keep spending more time working on it. So if you put yourself out there as a singer, for example, and you got people talking a lot of little bitter shit about you. This isn't one of those things where you get necessarily defensive. I can sing. I can sing. You don't stoop down to that level and try to knock them, whatever they trying to do. You just really need to ask yourself, like, am I really spending enough time singing? All right, am I spending enough time on my craft? Because look, even if you are, you going back and forth with somebody over whether or not you can sing or whatever, that's taking away time uh, from your craft. So when you think about the best to lace them up or whatever, I don't think I've ever heard of Beyonce um, commenting, replying to somebody's comment on Instagram or Facebook saying, "Fuck you, I can sing." All right, because she's too busy focused on her craft. So you have to treat yourself as a true professional, and a true professional, they don't have time for the common folk. I don't know how else to put it. They don't have time for the common folk. They don't have time for the peasants. When it's time to work, it's time to work, okay? You got fan appreciation when you got it, alright? But your priority should always be the craft. It should always be something other than going back and forth. Like, debates are just pretty much a waste of time, alright? People trying to tell you about you defending yourself against, like, what? No, alright? Let other people defend you, alright? And let your work defend itself. Just keep focusing on the work. Now, I thought that I was going to have a lot more to say, but I think I simplified it in the last video and this one. So if I had to really think about, what it would take to not give a fuck, to sum it all up, immersion. Constantly immersing yourself in things that's going to better your advancement, that's going to better your story, and you get a better understanding of who you are by the trials and tribulations that you face, the things that you make it through, the obstacles that you make it through. Also, what you tell yourself in the morning when you get up, when you look at yourself in the mirror, when you meditate, when you journal. All of these things, you want the voice in your head to be a lot louder than everybody else, man. If you need to spend more time by yourself to really get to that point, then so be it. Then you go ahead and do that. But it's highly imperative. So when we talking about not giving a fuck, it's really about the opinions of others It's not saying that other people don't matter, but you have to decide on what's truly important to you. Alright? So you have to establish what's important to you. Until then, uh, anything that anybody else says is always, I think everything that people give to you, whether good or positive, everything they say about you, everything they say to you, whether good or positive, just keep questioning it. Just keep questioning it. You know, get very sure about yourself and how you see the world. And once things start to solidify, once things start to cement, then you just roll with that. And anything that doesn't necessarily fit your narrative, if you're not necessarily interested in entertaining what they have to say, well, then you just leave it as it is. You don't have to debate with people. You don't have to go back and forth. You don't have to try to tell people who you really are when they give you this criticism. Just show them who you are, but don't go out of your way to do it. All right. So when we talk about not giving a fuck, you move at your own speed, your own tempo. You know, because you will hear people say how it should be for you. You know, how you should act in this situation, how you should, but you come to the conclusion of how you should act in any event, in any particular circumstance. It's up to you. All right, so it's not until you decide on what rules you're gonna live by can you truly not give a fuck in a productive way. Now you can just not give a fuck and just let your life go to hell. Yeah, anybody can do that. But to do this in a strategic way, you have to know what you stand for. You have to know what you're not gonna stand for. You have to know what resonates with you, what isn't worth entertaining, and you stick with that. And also get in the mindset of not people pleasing, and you do that by carrying things as you would with anybody else. So if you're going to talk to a stranger with the utmost respect, then you speak to your partner that way. Or if you kind of have a joking demeanor with your buddies or whatever, and I understand your buddies are your buddies, but the point that I'm trying to get to is, like, treat everybody fairly the same. All right, don't feel like you gotta give people a particular thing just because it's gonna please them. All right. So for black people, don't put on your white voice. All right. Oh yeah, absolutely. I'll get right to it. So and a lot of people may not understand this, but within the black community, we have what you call a white voice to put it on to sound more professional. And you can sound professional no matter what your dialect is, no matter how you speak. You can always be professional. You see, I talk this particular way. This is the way that I choose to talk. If people want to see me as ignorant because I choose to talk like this and I say everybody, well, then so be it. All right, the knowledge is there. If you can't get the message from what I'm saying, then so be it. I don't care. All right, to pretty much sum up everything that I've been talking about. Like I live this, man. I don't care. Okay, simply put, I mean, you can see it. You can see it in my eyes. All right. And yes, it did take a lot of work to get to this point. It may not have to take you that much work because I did too much resisting, too much of telling myself, man, why I gotta be like that, man? I hate myself. I hate man. People always treat me like that. You know what? But you released them. Bye. All right, go treat other people like that. Leave me be. All right, I'm focused on my mission. All right, and so long as you have missions to focus on, my friends, you won't ever have to truly worry about what other people have to say, man. Stay busy. Stay focused on something positive. And keep putting positivity into this world no matter what. Be yourself no matter what. Whatever that may be. And I hope, and look, the weirder the better, okay? It's okay to be crazy. It's okay to be weird. Find positive ways to express it. Find constructive ways to express who you are to the world. And everybody who got all these bitter little opinions, whatever, they won't be remembered, all right? They don't matter, okay? Truth be told, they just don't matter. They matter as much as you allow them to matter to you. All right, so that's part 2, the subtle art of not giving a fuck. It might be a part 3 because it's kind of impromptu, but I was just really reflecting on this, and I think that this could be a great deal of value to some of you. It's a lot of young people who watch my videos, and maybe this might be that one thing to really set you over the top, that really gives you the edge that you need, man, because you do need it, and you don't need to be caught up in everybody else's bullshit, man. If you will allow, people will bring you down, man, and that's just facts, man. Like, I've really observed this enough to know, like, if you will allow, people will take occupancy in your brain. They will set up shop there, and they will dictate how you should feel, how you should think, how you should dress, how you should whatever. All right, but it's up to you. Okay, the power is always in your hands. That's what this channel is about. All right, to sum up this channel, it's about the power being in your hands, nobody else's. All right, you're not a goddamn puppet. All right, get yourself a backbone. All right, so let's go.